Greetings. Welcome to another episode of the Fast Tech Tutorial Collection. Today will be brief. We'll focus on logging into the MembersPro Plus user interface after receiving the invite email. We'll set your password, log into the system, and go over some basic navigation. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's get started. First, the MembersPro Plus administrator will click the Create button. This screen appears, and we'll begin to create a user. And we'll just call this user demo tester. Let's start here. Demo, last name tester. We'll put in an email address. I'm going to put in a valid email address so we can actually test this. I can demonstrate it for you. Now, username. Here, typically, what most organizations do is use the individual's the individual's email address as a username. That way you get, just about guaranteed uniqueness when you do that. What we're going to do is, just for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to use a concatenated string which consists of the first and last name. So we'll just say demo tester. The account is not locked. I'll just type in a brief description. And then we'll create the user. All right, so once we have the user created, we need to grant the user some access so they can actually be functional and productive in the system. So what we do here is click Create for User Access. And we'll select a role or a combination of roles. Then if you grant the user administrator access, they have full access to the system. They can do whatever, whenever, and this needs to be done with caution and only granted to either one or a very small number of individuals. Finance data privilege grants them access to the accounting side. They have full access to the accounting side. They won't have access to the membership side. Finance read-only is similar to the finance data, although they have read-only access, so they can only view and cannot change. Member data access grants them the ability to process all the member functionality, read and write. They have full access. Member read-only is similar to finance read-only in that they only have access to the member information and can only view and not update. Run reports gives them access to the report side or all of the reports, and they can go in and generate whatever reports they need. Super users is very similar to admin, minus a few administrative functionalities. One thing of note here, let's say, for example, if you grant them member read-only and super user, the super user will take precedence over anything else. So that the higher the privilege, if you grant them more than one, the higher the privilege is the one that will be the most active. So that's just something to keep in mind. For demonstration purposes here, we'll grant them the member data only. We'll make it active, and we'll create it. With that done, now let's send the password, the invite password, to the user so they can receive it and ultimately create their password and log in. So now that we've sent the password email notification, let's go to the email and see what we have. So what's going to be within that invite email is the username, and you will have a code that you'll need to use to reset your password and a link to actually reset your password. So let's make a copy of the code. And we know what our username is, demo tester. We'll click the link. We'll paste in the code, type in the username, click submit. Now we're ready to set our password. And we'll submit a password. Now we're ready to log in. So we'll log in with our username and our password. And we're in. And what you'll see here is an alert listing, and I'll get into that here shortly. But for starters on this navigation, what you'll have initially, you'll be presented with the tile menu with all the membership functionality. You'll notice here the accounting tile is not present because we assigned this particular user membership access only, so they can only see the membership information. And if you want to get further, have further navigation, you can click this option, that menu option here, and you'll see the left bar navigation, which will display further options from which you can select to navigate throughout the system. You can get to the group member agreements, calendar. All of these, we'll have further videos on these specific options, but for now, this is how you navigate to them. Uh, and of course, if you want to get back to the basic initial menu, just click the Members Pro Plus label, and you'll see what you were presented with initially. Of course, you can also remove the sidebar menu by clicking the X here. This is somewhat of a toggle. You can bring it on or turn it off. Um, but on the far right side, you'll see an alert listing, which gives you a list of all of the activities that you created that are either approaching a deadline or have passed a deadline. And you can configure this however you would like to configure it in terms of when and how you're going to be alerted. And we'll have a video on this later. But for now, what this does is just give you a visual indicator as to which tasks that you set up are approaching a critical place. So this is very helpful if you once you use MembersPro to process a lot of your activities and events and things of that nature. In addition to these navigation activities, you'll log out at the top here. You'll have a help option. And if you're running this on a phone or a tablet, you can install it as an actual app instead of running it through your browser. Hopefully this helps. This is the basic navigation of the Members Pro Plus system and how to log in. Uh, if you have any feedback or if you want to provide any additional information for us, please let us know. We look forward to hearing from you, and have a great day.